We're focusing on about 2 stories that we have extracted from the many stories we reviewed during trends in the papers. My name is SAGE Babalola, and for the focus of today, we have 2 stories that I will not be doing by myself. Fuad Saheed is definitely also going to join so that we can do something of a deeper analysis on these stories. And of course, the highlight of this particular segment of the show is that you also get to contribute and give us your opinion on the selected stories. So this morning we're going to be talking about the spate of corruption in the country, and we're going to be looking at things from the perspective of Kuka and of course the perspective of Senior Advocate of Nigeria Femi Falana. Now, we did see here the Vanguard newspaper reported that corruption ugliest face was under Buhari, says Kuka. There were riders to that story that I couldn't take because of time, but we can look through those riders before we get Fuad's perspective. Now, laments Nigeria's sharing sovereignty with bandits, terrorists, says Nigerians have lost faith in judiciary. We will not join issues with him, Buhari's aides. Falana cautioned Tinubu against sending wrong signals in anti-corruption fight. Note some visitors to the villa in court for looting. We have no democracy that delivers dividends to the people, says Obasanjo. Sitting judges should not preside over election tribunals, says SAGE Babalola. This is a very lengthy conversation. So, the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto, Matthew Hassan Kuka, said yesterday that Nigeria witnessed the worst phase of corruption under the late administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. He also said the country currently shares a sovereignty with bandits and terrorists. We've also referenced people who are in the EFCC is past asset declaration. What is the best way to tackle? We analyze it publicly and now asking the question: how bad is the situation of the PDP? And also, how can the PDP get itself back as a viable opposition? Fuad, good morning to you again. What is your position on the 2 stories that we have presented as the focus of the morning?
I don't like to give up easily. I'm not someone that gives up easily. But on the fight against corruption in Nigeria, I don't know. My mind tells me that, look, it's a lost battle. And that's my own opinion.
Why?
I don't know. That's what my mind is telling me. Because the big question is who's going to bail the cat. On Father Matikuka saying the Buhari government saw the biggest corruption situation, I'm sorry. From 1999 till date, we've had serious cases of corruption. You know, it's easy to say, the last government. Again, I think Father Kuka has his biases against the last government. There are reasons why he is not just in bed with them. And because, again, I've been sure he never even supported the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari as president. I think he has always wanted Atiku. But again, the reality is that from 1999 to date, we don't want to talk about the military era because they laid the foundation. They laid the biggest foundation for corruption. But from 1999 to date in a democratic experiment, corruption has been endemic. Are we going to talk about the Jonathan era? We saw what the ministers were doing at that time. Even the Obasanjo era. We knew the seriousness, the third term debacle is still fresh in our memory. So corruption has always been a problem, government after government. So it would be wrong to just narrow it down to the last administration. But on this new government, I'm sorry, I looked at all of the indices. I'm looking at all of the facts down. That how really can we tackle corruption? And I'm sorry, I don't have an idea. I think it's a lost battle. I think we can only hope and pray. If in these matters will just look down on us and create a way where there's no way.
Fuad, I'm sorry, please allow me to interrupt you. Femi Falana has some recommendations. You know, he said the witness protection bill, the whistleblower bill, asset declaration, punishment for those who are found to have committed financial crime.
Is already in our law.
Yeah, no, he's saying that the enforcement of those things will probably give us headway. That's what he's saying. What do you think about his recommendations?
Look, Sage, in the fight against corruption, we created the EFCC. Abi?
Yes.
And look at what has happened to the EFCC since it was created, even by Obasanjo. At a stage, the essence of creating the EFCC was diverted into fighting political opponents. And that's why I told you about the messenger and the message, and why I have my reservations about the former president. When he created the EFCC, the idea was perfect. we have the ICC. But at a stage under the Obasanjo government, the EFCC became a tool to fight the opposition. And now, let me ask you, say, do you have any high-profile case, any high-profile political case that the EFCC is investigating?
Not that we know of.
So what are we talking about? Do you understand why I think it's a lost battle? Unless the Tinubu government is to lead by example, and that's what Fallon is saying. That look, in what you do, in what you say, in your actions and inactions, people are going to be looking at it, and now, because again, your body language and your actions matter. But as far as this government is concerned, although people may say it's too early to judge, I have not seen anything indicating that, look, there will be a serious fight against corruption. Unless somebody now proves us wrong. There's a lot in our laws to tackle corruption thing. There's a lot already. Asset declaration is there, the EFCC is there, the ICPC is there, the anti-fraud unit of the police is there. We have enough already in our law to take care of corruption. But what of the willpower to do the right thing and prosecute these cases? That is what is missing. So again, I don't know. For me, my mind tells me it's a lost battle. But who knows? The president may just prove us wrong. Then on the PDP, again, that's another lost battle. For me, the PDP in the next 4 years, if they still exist, it will be a party that will just exist in name. Because I don't see them being intentional about reconciling warring parties within the party, about bringing themselves together. You know, Fayose was just vocal about his own. Nike was very clear. The Imagine was very clear. The G5 governors were very clear. Even some of their party leaders are very clear about the fact that they were not supporting the choice of their party. And as it is, you have these opposition figures already obnobbing, you know, trying to form a kind of romance with the ruling party. So I accept for the PDP that, look, the party may just go into extinction in the next 4 years. And what that means is that, look, in the next 4 years, we may have no opposition, no viable opposition. And what is a democracy without a viable opposition?
Right. Well, Fuad, thank you very much for your opinion on the matter. It's time for us to take public opinion as well. What do you think about the state of insecurity in the country? What do you also think about Father Kuka as well as Femi Falana's, should I say, assertions regarding the things that we need to do about security in the country? They've highlighted the problem. They've also made recommendations as to how this administration can come up with a structure, one that would, should I say, further reinforce the security architecture of the country so that we can be rid of insecurity once and for all, and also the viability of PDP as a strong opposition, especially with reference to the fact that we now have strong members of the party openly declaring that they did not exactly support the ambition of the party. 0913-6000-410. That is the phone line. If you would rather send a text message or a WhatsApp message, you can do so via the number 0913-6000-430. Please do not forget that we are live on social media. We're streaming on Facebook at the moment, also on YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM, so you can go there and drop your comments. I'm pleading with you that once your 2 minutes is up, please try to round off your submission on whichever matter you'd like to address. Hello, good morning to you. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, my name is Johnson.
All right.
Wachuku.
All right, please go on.
Okay, so on the issue of corruption, I totally am in the fight corruption. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody has been persecuted. I will keep on saying corruption. Can corruption fight corruption? It's impossible. So let's just forget the issue of this corruption thing. It's a lost battle. Just as Ford has said, that's where I stand. Let's not be it looks as if Tinubu is doing a different thing. It's still something that every other government has done that is still doing. The same pattern, the same EFCC, the same pattern. So there's nothing we can do. So let's just forget and look for a way to move Nigeria forward. That's my own opinion about the whole thing. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fuad. I enjoy your program. So anytime I go through social media and hear a lot of rubbish, I come to this program to listen to Mr. Fuad to get the right result about the whole thing. Thank you, Mr. Fuad. God bless you.
All right. Have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for participating. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning. Yes. Good morning to you.
Yes, when I was SAGE and my first word, How are you today?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, this is a barrister Peter Uku. I'm calling from Mende, Maryland. Yes. On the two issues we are focusing on, well, my first take on the issue of corruption, I completely agree with the views expressed by Father Martin Kuka, at the lecture carried out, was it yesterday? I completely agree with him. You see, the problem with corruption in Nigeria is that we have treated corruption with kid gloves. That the average Nigerian does not understand that corruption is a cankerworm. That if not tackled, this country cannot move forward. It cannot move forward. Take for instance China. China was at the same level with Nigeria about some 50 years ago. It was an agrarian society. But now China is rubbing shoulder, ranking, shoulder to shoulder with America in terms of technology and other economic development. So I think that the average Nigerian must take decisive action, not just wait for government. Because the people that are corrupt is the government. So, but we all stand at the right side and we waiting for government to take action. That will never happen. In other places, the government is forced to take action. If they don't take action, the people will revolt.
Thank you very much.
And that is why I use the term being living and all that.
Thank you.
Because we just complain and just stand there.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. Please, we have 2 minutes per person so that everybody else can get a word in, okay? Please and please try to conclude your submission in 2 minutes. Thank you for your understanding. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Do you mind speaking up a little bit, please?
Okay, can you hear me now?
All right, please go on. Good morning.
Yeah. Manuel is my name from Ikoto.
All right. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yeah. I think this government, from its body language from the very first day in office, I'm not sure it's going to be able to fight corruption. Like other people have also said, corruption cannot fight corruption, When we declare that subsidy is gone, without going into the books to check what really went wrong, right from time, you just declare, no, you can't put the cat before the horse. So I say this government will not be able to fight corruption, because even the past government, you should be able to open the books and check, I can hear echo from.
Go ahead, we can hear you just fine. Yes, go on.
Okay. You should be able to bring those that have perpetrated one fraud or the other to book. But nothing except has even been said. Look at our refinery. Nothing is being said about it. No transparency, no urge, no zeal to really do what the citizen needs. So corruption, for me, we are going higher in it. I'm sorry about that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for your participation. We appreciate you. 0913 6410 is the phone line. WhatsApp 0913 6430. Hello. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. We can hear you. Turn down the volume on your radio. We can hear you. Hello.
Okay, is it better, Babalola?
Yes, we're with you. It's better now.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
First of all, I will agree with the Reverend Coker on his objective. Yes, you see, telling us that corruption is, was so high during the last president's regime, President Muhammadu Buhari. Yes, I will agree with him in the sense of what? Even you remember why I will agree with him is that even the CBN governor, the current CBN governor has the audacity to come and contest, as a politician. Those are part of the corruption. And everybody is just doing it. And at the same time, the high level of insurgency was observed during his regime. Well, the point is that the issue of what the seraph is complaining about, well, the only thing is that the implementation of the seraph is the problem. I don't know whether our current president, Tinubu, has that zeal, to get the corruption that is concerned. Look at the last government, President Muhammadu Buhari, he lend money, borrow money from external government. I mean, whether from outside the world, we don't even know how he uses that money. And at the same time, look at the census money. We have not seen any response from there. So it is totally correct. So on the issue of security, I don't know whether how they are going to go about it. The Inspector General report the strength of the Nigerian police are compared with the Nigerian army. So you see, I bet the move they made now, in empowering the civil defense or the Amateku, I think it's a welcome, welcome idea. If they can work in synergy, I think it's better. So that to stop all this rubbish, all this killing.
Have a nice day. Have a better one. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please turn down your radio, please.
All right.
All right. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm Frank from Ojo.
All right, welcome.
Well, the issue is that the corruption in Nigeria, to be honest with you, is almost in every Nigerian. That's just the number one problem we are having. And what we observe is that most people that doesn't have that corrupted mind, most of them are leaving the country. The current people that are staying here now, almost everybody is corrupted. And based on what people think concerning the Buhari administration, is very correct, because that was the only administration whereby you can do whatever you want to do. Even the president himself was taken from his place, so everybody was doing what he liked. So my own contribution is that if the masses work together, that is, reduce the level of corruption in them, the masses, at least we will have a better Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your call. We're going to switch to WhatsApp messages in just a bit, but this is a reminder that we are on Facebook. We're streaming Mainland 98.3 FM, so you can drop your submission on that particular platform as well. But for now, let's take two more phone calls. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning to you.
Good morning. This is Patrick from Ikorodu.
All right, thank you, Patrick. Go on.
See, this particular president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, cannot fight corruption. We all know this now. You know this cannot. Is not Tinubu that $400,000 in the US?
That's not. These are allegations. Don't bring. This is radio. I always try to caution our people that radio discussions are not essays.
Hello.
Don't bring issues that are not
verified
or factual. On radio.
Okay, but all of us we know this now. So come to
Fayose. We know what exactly.
Fayose, okay, come to PDP. Fayose, we all know he's fighting for he's a PDP man and he's a Yoruba, so he's fighting for
So what are we
anything? There's an even what does this have to do with anything? Really, I'm shocked.
It's Wiki Yoruba.
I don't say good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Babalula, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Peter.
Yeah. See, I don't know. We are talking now. We bought credit. We talk. We condemn corruption. We talk about corruption. And the same people that have been in government that we talk about corruption are still the same people. They are tell me how we will be free of corruption. For how many years now we've been talking about stealing in Nigeria, stealing of government money, stealing of crude oil, stealing of refined fuel, and we talk. Some people say, no, don't say that. Some people say, go away. And we will talk again and say. Now, Macron told us that Nigerians are fantastically corrupt. So don't you think we should legalize it so that we go to bed and sleep and forget about talking about corruption? Or so we just live with this corruption and take it as part of our life? Because of how we say every Nigerian is corrupt, all of us are corrupt. So it should not be evil again.
We should, it should not be also even spoken of. Let's just take it as our way of life and live it like that. Now, on Friday, I'm not way back from G5 or G9, whatever they call themselves on PDP. I'm not a member of any political party for years now. I want to ask this question first. Assuming that after the tribunals, and they say the election should go into Iran, and they cancel that one, then PDP wins. If PDP still go into extinction, if they win another one, I'm just asking that question. I want to find out because I think we may not know what will happen tomorrow. But we just wish, like, for me, it's a good government that I want. That's why I don't always talk about parties. For me, give me a good government, any party, and be accountable to Nigerians, and make life easy for Nigerians. I go for that. So please, in that question, if Iran and PDP win, will they still go into extinction? Thank you.
You have painted a scenario that does not exist for now. So.
Okay, that's why when the initial jab of the comment says when we want to say some things, they will ask us not to. We still have to guide conversations on radio, regardless. Nobody's asking you not to speak, but conversations still have to be guided. But we appreciate your contribution, anyways. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes.
Hello.
We're with you. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Serena. I'm calling from Sango.
All right. Welcome.
Yeah. I want to talk about this corruption issue. I don't think this parent government can be able to fight corruption because a blind man cannot lead a blind man. Two of them will fall into a pit. I'm telling you this. So this government, there's nothing they can do. We voted on new government. We don't need government at all. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Fuad,
yes.
The conversation is we're fighting a losing battle. There's nothing we can do. The blind leading the blind. So if we are going to ensure the betterment of the country, do we now ignore the corruption conversation because we think there is no way out? Do we just remove our hands?
We can't ignore the conversation. The fact that we're discussing it, talking about it, and are still talking about it means we continue to, investigating judges who have issues around someone complicit in someone investigated in the same country. And so when I say it's a lost battle, it's those facts have something miraculous happens from this government.
Thank you very much, Fuad. I mean, good morning.
Love you in the studio.
Yes, good morning to you.
Thank you. May God bless you. That's talking 1960. How many of them can point their hand? Hey, I'm not corrupt. When you see nobody was appointed, the man said it's a word that you need special court. Since then, we never see one. Special court goes to our Commonwealth pending. And look at what is happening. Look at Adamawa. A lot of bills. It's not involved. We have to just change that. We have to change our attitude. Majority of Nigeria today, whether you are a politician, whether you are an artisan, majority are corrupt, and that's my party. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. I mean, he does have a point. We're all corrupt to a certain degree.
I'm not corrupt.
When corruption favors people say it's connection.
I say I'm not corrupt.
They'll say, I'm not saying
I'm talking for myself.
People will say, oh, it's connection. When corruption favors them.
For myself.
Okay. Moving forward. Let's go to WhatsApp now. We have messages on WhatsApp. I apologize, but we are attending to your messages at this very moment. So we have some messages on here. Top of the morning, Sage and Fuad. I do not see any sincerity on the part of the government in decisively dealing with crude oil theft in Nigeria. The destruction of the arrested vessel involved in, as Fuad has described, is destruction of evidence. A similar thing happened when they discovered old structure used by ritualists for many years. It was demolished by the government and the case went under.
I think that was in the corridor. So
yeah. One can suspect some cabals and perhaps some state personalities allegedly may be involved in these crimes against the state. There will never be deterrence and prevention without prosecution and heavy punishment. If there is any right time to restructure Nigeria, now is the time.
Afabala said it yesterday.
Nigeria. Yes, good job, Sage. A wonderful analysis at Fuad. Leke from Alimosho sent that message. Leke, we appreciate you for your involvement in the conversation. Other WhatsApp messages here. Challenges in business or any venture is temporary. As long as you still have your work tools, your fortunes can be better. Please endeavor. Okay, we're being encouraged to put up with what we're going through at the moment. Thank you. Awolo Christopher from Shogunle says, Bishop Kuka may be right. Hitherto, Buhari's government was also the worst government. However, I align with Fuad. No hope as regards fight against corruption. Rather, we're going to witness scientific and professional corruption. I do not see President Tinubu's government committing class suicide to fight corruption. Let us hope for divine intervention. It's giving. It's giving. My name is Pastor Sunday from Magboro. On the issue of corruption in Nigeria, I have this to say. Those who stole Nigeria's common, which they set up to fight corruption, to life corrupt leaders. Pastor Sunday from Magboro, thank you very much for your contribution. Let's go back to the phone lines. 0913 6000 410. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, morning.
Am I on to Mainland FM?
Yes, you are. Your name, please.
My name is Emmanuel.
All right, welcome, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you. I'm calling from Ajo. You see, I just want to say one simple thing. Femi Falana said that the country is corrupt. I think Femi Falana, in one way, has committed corruption too. He should explain to us why he supported the rally against Jonathan for the removal of subsidy, and now he's supporting Tinubu that he removes subsidy. So people like Falana, they are just blowing hypocrisy. It's part of the corrupt practices.
Emmanuel.
Yes, please. Emmanuel. Yes.
There's never been a time that Falana supported.
Turn down the volume on your radio. Turn down the volume on your radio, please. Turn it down. Thank you.
Is it okay now?
Yes. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, I'm trying to tell you that.
Emmanuel, please. All right. Maybe you should try to call us back. All right. Please, when you call, turn down the volume on your radio. Fuad, you can still address.
You know what I'm saying is that there's never been a time on record that Falana supported the removal of subsidy the way the government has done it.
Yeah,
you know, look, in fact, his position has always been that look, Nigerians should not suffer for the inefficiency of government to
fix
be able to fix the refineries, do the needful. That's always been what he has said. Yes, look, he's always one of the people that feels that look, so corruption is subsidy is not a problem. It's all that Nigeria has not been able to do it properly. So he has never, not on records, supported the removal of subsidy the way the government is doing it.
Right, Emmanuel, you can call us back, but when you do, please turn down the volume on your radio so you can use the time that you actually have. You still had about a minute left. Thank you for calling. Call us back when you're in a calmer environment. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you.
I'm calling from Mainland right now.
All right, go on again.
Pertaining to the Reverend Kuka's statement, I think that is only trying to be politically in his statement. Because you know what went on during the Jonathan regime. Where indeed where money was shared for the
arms purchase.
We know what happened.
That's Suki money, yeah.
And we know what happened now, so we should not, please, sir, please, with due respect, sir, we should move away from this politics. That is just my take this morning. Our fathers.
I think I understand what he's saying, because if he's citing cases under Buhari, there are numerous cases to cite under Jonathan
as well.
Yar'Adua was not too long enough, so it was difficult to release. But again, Obasanjo, there are numerous cases to cite. So corruption has been there, To now say it was more under one government, it's something that is debatable,
But there is corruption.
We have endemic corruption. That's a fact.
Under one government.
Exactly.
Right. All right. Let's go back to taking phone. I'll take one more phone call and then I'll go back to WhatsApp. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, morning to you. Your name, please.
My name is Ade. I have to appreciate Mr. Fuhad and Mr. Bala. Yeah. Okay, well, we give to politicians that because people are agitated to be ministers. Are they good there to fight corruption? Our new president might not be able to fight it. Or because we don't have the political will. The way they are romancing together, all politicians are the same thing. That's number one. On Fayose, I want to borrow a word from a former Attorney General. That is a liberal guy. They are all political katawalas. They are looking for relevance or relevancies so that they will not be dumped. Because
because the shouting of fire around there and the PDP not able to checkmate him is to make himself relevant. And that is what is going on everywhere in our political arena. God bless us all. This country is great. On other issues like former idol states to probe them on 500 billion naira thing. Can it be done? Is it not going to be rubbished? So it is God will help us this country.
Amen.
God will help this country. It is well.
We take it back to God. At the end of the day.
Take it up with management. All right. Thank you very much. The management of God. That's what I mean. Good morning, Mainland FM. If anyone thinks that this new administration will fight corruption, given all the scandal around the source of Kenneth from Ketty, thank you very much. I don't think we should tour this part this morning. It would become very messy. But thank you very much. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. On corruption, I totally agree with Fuad. This country has gone far in corruption than to look back. Only Messiah can salvage the situation, and the beautiful ones have not been born. Only the ugly ones. I mean, I'm pretty. Fighting corruption in Nigeria is just like building castle in the air. On PDP, honestly, I just don't understand why the party is waiting till this time to speak tough. These people supposed to have been expelled from PDP long ago. Fayose and the G5 governors' anti-party activities are sending a lot of wrong messages to the younger ones in the society. And that's why a lot of the youths, even at early age, are into a diversity of social vices. I think that's what we're going to say. But these leaders are running down the country and are destroying the morality of the society, all in the name of their political interest. Damilola from does this really speak to morality? The fact that they're performing activities that can be termed as anti-party.
No, it's just about morality. It's about lack of ideology.
Right. I mean, we can say that. I don't think it speaks to morality.
Ideology also goes into morality too. But the gain is that, look, our political parties exist as a platform for seeking political office. There's no ideology to it. So. I'm sure all of these guys would jump at an open invitation to cross to the APC. They are waiting for that opportunity to come.
The crack in the wall.
They are not in the PDP again. They are just open that loop.
Process in which the government office holders are claimed to do the right thing without fear or favor, then we will start to head on the right path. As it stands now, I don't think PDP is a major opposition. Most of their members have been compromised due to their selfish interests. The likes of Fayose, Wike that work against their party openly in the last election shows that party ideology is not supreme, or rather selfish. Sam from Magodo, thank you very much. On Facebook, everybody is talking about Fuad, and I'm jealous, so I've not read the message.
Okay.
But let's go back to take a phone call. Hello, good morning to you. Please turn down the volume on your radio. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, Jukes calling from Aja.
All right, welcome, Jukes.
Yeah, thank you for this topic. It's long overdue. And most of the problems of the country are staged on this issue. I want us to know that there is systemic corruption. And when the government wants to fight it, let me rest in you. Even including some of us that are even talking on the radio and even presenters in every sector. It is just a reflection of the country. Corruption. I remember when we were in primary school, the anthem that we used to sing, the drums that we used to sing, everything they have turned our mind against corruption. But what happens nowadays? I want to use two examples as an example. Look at the case of that what do they call a name? That day, at that stage, and people politicizing evil until the bubble busted. Look at the issue of the Bayelsa woman too, that was into putting people on slavery until they used a bait to arrest her. She even tried to write a whole commissioner. Thank God for the fact I drove my heart for that commissioner in Bayelsa. That woman that was in a woman trafficking. Even with the husband. What do you expect of the children? It's a serious situation. Right from schools, from where people teach handwork and all these things, office has to be forged. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for your contribution. 0913-6000-410. You can send a WhatsApp message to 0913-6000-430. Facebook, YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, sir. My name is Manjay.
Good morning to you, sir.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
I've been listening to you people. Beautiful contributions, beautiful analysis. And I think, let me add my voice on what was said today by Papa Babalola about the all centered on corruption and bad governance and bad leadership. Corruption, bad governance, and bad leadership. We cannot get good leaders if we cannot do the right thing. I had them suggested that the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court judges, they are appointed into this election tribunal. And I still agree with them, because if you continue to appoint or have 7 judges, they will easily be compromised and influenced. But when you appoint retired ones, they don't have anything at stake again. They are stations running and everything like that. And we'll be able to see a situation where these tribunals will be in judgment before inauguration. A situation where either the governor or the president will be inaugurated, so it's not using the state money to prosecute cases in court. It's not acceptable. It's not the best thing. Thank you once again. Have a blessed day.
I think what Maz is saying is also very important, but again, it will have to take care of reforms. You know, we keep talking about the waste report that nobody has talked about. We don't know whether this government will look at that report again. You know.
All right. Let's just take phone calls so that we can round off with messages. I think that's a good thing to do. Let's just focus on calls for now. Hello. Yes. Morning to you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Please, Mr. Fahad, this my question goes to you, please. I just want a solution to this, this question. You mentioned the establishment of ICPC, EFCC is to curb corruption. But now it's not being used as political hunting. And most of the politicians in the past, the moment they converted to the government of the day, whatever they have misdeed is very on the ground. We have seen so many examples of that nature. Now, you see, the issue of corruption, the way I look at it, can never be eradicated in this country. Because of what? Because we have not taken a decisive measure on corruption. Look at China. Whoever that tamper with government resources is death sentence. Is death sentence. Clear. So, but in Nigeria here, we worship money. You understand? Everybody is looking for money, and we worship money to this level. So, who is going to implement this issue? Because this issue of corruption will continue to emanate and will continue to continue. So, how are we going to, clear ourselves from it? That is my problem. Let me give you an example. About 2 days ago, the federal government, they said they waive for some taxes, but there's some caller that call your station. He made mention of some of the civil service that whenever you want to proceed, challenge some invoices or your claim or whatever, you settle this, settle that. At the end of the day, these are civil servants. And you remember in the past, they said the most rich people in Abuja itself is civil servants. They have a lot of more. So look at the position we find ourselves. How are we going to salvage ourselves from this corruption level? Please, Mr. Fahad. Thank you.
I'll round up my study. Pick your call.
So I was looking at you so we can actually take. This is the last call for this morning. Hello.
Hello, this is Emmanuel calling back.
Okay. Yeah.
Please, I just want to ask a question. Please, as the president declared his assets, I just want to know so that we can know where we start fighting corruption.
Thank you.
That would have been done. Asset declaration is mandatory. That would have been done. The question is, does he want to make it public or not?
Or not, right.
So which is a choice.
I mean, they did say they already submitted the declaration forms even right before it's been submitted.
Yeah, all public officials.
And that's what part of the recommendation of Falana, that it be publicly declared. That's what he's saying now. So they would have submitted the forms.
But this decision to make it public is another thing entirely.
Okay, so I'll just take a few WhatsApp messages we have so that Fuad, you can give us your concluding statement. WhatsApp, we have Bishop Kuka just re-echoed what we already know about the woeful performance of Buhari's government. There's really nothing to add. And anyone expecting or dreaming of a serious fight against corruption by this government should return back to sleep and ask God to give them the right dream. They have too many people with unclean hands on board right now, and they have used corrupt resources to get power. So there's nothing to talk about. All those Fayoshis ranting, he just wants to remind Tinubu that he has done the dirty job expected for him, so they should compensate him. Steve from Ijaniki. All right, thank you. Let me just read one more messages that we can have. Sonnes public office in France, Switzerland are unacceptable. Adeleye, probably another reason why corruption is such has continued in the country. So, Fuad, yes, your concluding statement.
Well, again, I think one of the callers talked about a means. All of these amendments from whatever rot we are talking about. So, when I said it was a lost battle, that's when I'm looking at it from that look. Unless we see a miracle happen from this government, judiciary is not doing anything better. We know a lot of corruption allegations hanging on the judiciary. We see judgments and counter judgments from different courts, and you begin to wonder what has become of our judiciary.
Synergy.
There's no synergy. People go into the court. Our politicians are now so wise. They know how to use the courts to burgle cases. They go there, get all manner of ex parte order, court injunctions here and there, and you see judges giving some of these judgments, and you wonder what. Look, a lot of the high profile cases now, I think one of the senators or something, the Supreme Court has quashed his case. So you ask yourself, from 1999 till date, with the EFCC, ICPC, the prosecutions, in fact, the two governors that we succeeded in jailing were still pardoned they still got pardoned.
Yeah.
After all said and done.
Yeah.
After all the bra, after all the wahala, we were able to at least convict two governors, and eventually they got pardoned.
It says because they are old.
That is their old way.
That's what they said.
Who is old? So again, it's unfortunate that we find ourselves this way. I'm hoping that again, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will understand that he has the opportunity now. He has a lifelong ambition. He's done everything that he needs to do. He was a former senator, former governor. He's someone that has controlled the party structure, the governance structure of Lagos for years. And the ultimate goal, his biggest ambition politically, God has not given it to him. He now has one thing to do to Nigerians, and that is to lay the foundation for good governance. And that's why I keep appealing to him that, look, he should think more of having a legacy in terms of governance, what I call a political legacy, than trying to think of building a political empire where even after government he wants to begin to control everything. It failed in the past. Former President Olusegun tried to do it. He thought he was building a political empire, so that when he's in or out of government, he can still continue to control government. He has now been reduced to a letter writer. As I'm saying that this same president should think about the legacies than trying to build a political empire.
Thank you very much, Fred. We appreciate you for your analysis. Brief break again. 9:45, of course, we'll be back for a global view. So we do more news analysis, but this time around we're talking about foreign stories. My name is SAGE Babalola. Fuad Said will still be joining us by 9:45 a.m. So don't go anywhere. Mainland 98.3 FM.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.